right. So a memo from Trump's Department of Justice and Federal Bureau of Investigation, the DOJ and FBI, says there's no evidence Jeffrey E. was murdered, blackmailed elites, or kept a client list. Surveillance shows that no one entered his cell block that night he died, backing the official self-deletion ruling. No further charges will be filed, and the Department of Justice won't release any more Epstein records, citing privacy and child protection. Despite pushing Epstein conspiracies in the past, FBI heads Kash Patel and Dan Bongino now say that he iced himself. So, folks, it's all over. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Here. This is what they're using right now as evidence. This is what they're using now as evidence. This is it. Outside the cell. Yes, Steak, they really do think we're that stupid. They do. How does surveillance show that when the cameras were off? Yeah, because I remember them saying that the power went off. Where is this magical camera? How did this happen? I mean, what's going on? Bullshit. How did this happen? Oh, I think so too. I think it's nothing but bull. It's nothing but bull. Nothing but bull. How ironic. But look at it. I guess this is the proof and evidence now. I agree. Sky Olivia says, I saw a picture of his mugshot and then his deceased body. It ended up getting deleted when I went back to it. Yeah. Listen, folks, save everything. Save everything. Save everything. Save everything. Save everything. Like they're trying to rewrite history in real time here. That's what we're witnessing here. A real deletion. So this is the earth-shattering proof that the Department of Justice and FBI are running on. I mean, I'm not going to say that they're being lazy here, but this is pretty embarrassing. I'm noticing the time skips here too. I wasn't going to say anything, but I'm noticing the time skips at the bottom. Here, I'll remove my mug. Just pay close attention. You'll be seeing a fast forwarding time. I would expect more narration. And you'll know it's a big jump ahead. There's a couple of them. It's so fascinating. So fascinating. But I want to play something else here. This is from Candace Owens' show.
What do you think about Jeffrey
Epstein was a CIA Mossad asset that was recruited and was doing a blackmail operation. I think that's crystal clear. No question about it. So
tends to be the party guy, just like Diddy.
Drugs,
cameras, drugs.
The CIA, as part of MKO, had Operation Climax, where they would lure Johns in with drugs and prostitutes, and then this drunk CIA schmuck would sit on the opposite of a two-way mirror and take notes on what, just evil, wicked stuff. And that's what they're using Epstein for, was blackmail operations. And they got some pretty high-level people snared into that. And they haven't released the entire list of close Epstein confidants, but Israel's former prime minister was one of them.
Barack?
Yes, they got a picture of him visiting Epstein at his New York apartment, and he was well connected to Epstein, but that was all in secret. And that is the intelligence part of Mossad, and of course they couldn't do that without coordinating with the CIA. So
I ask this question now. The more I learn, there just always seems to be this connection between the CIA and the Mossad. And I'm going, is it just?
No,
they're the same organization. The more you look back into history, and it's always somehow the CIA and the Mossad is there on the day that JFK gets shot. We learn about like MLK. We learn about 9/11, and I'm just going, okay, why does it seem like there's a union here, a marriage here?
Mossad is like the sister of the CIA. They're joined at the hip, kind of like Siamese twins, and they use each other for intel and operations and things like that. They are extremely close and in an extremely sensitive relationship. Oh, yeah.
And it totally explains what Epstein was doing. And
now I just want to pause here for a second. I want to pause here for a second. I just want to get a reminder just for you guys to know that this was Candace Owens interviewing a CIA whistleblower unveiling the Jeffrey E. case. So everyone, when I say you got to keep your heads on a swivel, you have to be.
Yep.
Also, Ghislaine Maxwell's father, Robert Maxwell, when he died. And didn't he die rather mysteriously? I'm not sure.
He fell off. He found dead off his yacht, floating in the water. They claimed it was a heart attack.
Of course.
Just when he was coming under scrutiny for arms dealing and connections with the CIA and being a Mossad agent, actually a double agent with Mossad and KGB. All of a sudden, he's found dead floating next to his yacht, and...
yeah, not suspicious at all. Definitely not out there.
Happens all the time.
Oh, yeah. It's just, just one of those things. See what
a ton of Mossad agents, and I think a former prime minister of Israel attended his funeral. So it's like, guys, hey, maybe
it's like,
Elaine.
It's very difficult that they find out the hard way to cover up the truth, because it's going to leak out,
All lies will be exposed, as a great wise man once said.
All lies will be exposed.
And it will be in 2025. But also, hey, look, it's Patrick Bet-David. Shocking. The Department of Justice and FBI have officially determined there's no proof that Jeffrey E. was murdered, that he didn't maintain a list of clients, nor did he blackmail high-profile individuals. It's one big list, and thank God you're not on it, because if you are on it, I'd have to beat you within an inch of your life. Because these are scumbag things. This is a terrible look on the FBI and Department of Justice. Not the first time, PBD. No one believes this. Not his haters, not his supporters, not his diehard supporters, not even Ghislaine Maxwell. However, I have tons of questions, but let's first start with what the few possibilities are. Maybe they're right. No, they're not. Maybe they know something the rest of us don't. No. Maybe voters should trust president's decision-making to see what the long-term outcome will be. No, never trust any politician. Maybe there's a ton of evidence of people being held hostage through blackmail that helps keep the whole thing together. Yeah, that's probably it. 4, maybe he was actively working with Mossad, sending intel to them and empowered Israel. Well, I don't know. What do you think? PBD. You spent 3 hours with his brother Mark. He came to the cigar lounge, and we did a 2-hour interview with him. He was in many of the issues we discussed, but when I asked about Leon Back, paid his brother $158 million in consulting fees for tax services, he brought up another name, a man who specialized in blackmail. So look, it's all crazy, because look, Elon Musk is here, right? Elon Musk is also brought up. Now, why am I bringing up Elon Musk? Because he tweeted this at 0:30 in the dead of morning. Oh, what's the time? Oh, look, no one has been arrested o'clock again. The official Jeffrey E. PDF file, arrest counter. And look, we even here at Hardlands Media, we responded too. because we had a whole lot of what's on that Sunday evening. You even have Alex Jones saying next the Department of Justice will say actually Jeffrey E. never existed. This is over the top sickening. The Hodge twins right. They want us to believe that 40-room mansion and all those trafficked kids were just for Epstein. Nah, not buying it. Look at it. Look at it. Because here we have a whole lot of what's. Here's Hard Lens Media. What? A whole thread of what? First of all, here's a couple of videos that we did. What? Attorney General Pam Bodie says truckload of Jeffrey E. files arrived on Friday. Remember all those influencers and they went, yay, woo! Remember all those people? What? Breaking. Elon Musk accuses Trump of being in the Epstein files. Wait, what? Representative James Comer states he doesn't think Attorney General Pam Bondi has the Epstein files. And oh no, hey, what? Laura Loomer calling out Attorney General Pam Bondi over Epstein files. What? 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 Hold on, I'm not done here yet. I'm not finished. I am not finished.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that. I'm reviewing JFK files, MLK files. That's all in the process of being reviewed because that was done at the directive of the president from all of these agencies.
So have you seen anything that you said, oh my gosh?
Not yet.
Okay.
Uh-huh. And they have nothing. Wait, Attorney General, what else do you want to say?
James Comer said yesterday that all the Epstein files are missing. We still haven't heard from you.
No, the FBI, the FBI, they're reviewing. There are tens of thousands of videos of Epstein with children or child porn. And there are hundreds of victims. And no one victim will ever get released. It's just the volume, and that's what they're going through right now. The FBI is diligently going through that. I haven't seen that statement, but I'll call him later and find out.
So in other words, there's no file. There's no big conspiracy, right? I mean, you're saying to us that there's no list at all. That there's nothing to worry about. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but you know what? I just don't believe it. I mean, Hollywood is a cesspool of lies and abuse. It brings out the worst in people, actually. And we have all seen the stories before of individuals trafficking men, women, and children to the Hollywood echelon elite, from movie directors, producers, CEOs, actors, and surprise, surprise, yes, even actresses too. Oh my goodness. It's almost like Hollywood is a cesspool of scum and villainy, just like in Washington, D.C., in which we've seen politicians partake in illegal trade activities, drug use, and also trafficking too. I mean, there aren't any saints in D.C. or Hollywood, and it's almost like they're in an intertwined, horrific marriage in which both partners are toxic, and that leaves room for individuals to come into power, pimps and players who like to play and rub elbows. What's the top 1%? I mean, are we really going to sit here like good little boys and girls and be like, okay, the FBI just told us something. The DOJ has just told us something, and we're going to take it as fact. Listen, whether you like this show or not, I don't care what generation you're part of. I don't care who you worship. I don't care who you voted for. I don't care about the color of your skin. But there's no way you're going to look me in the eyeball. There's no way you're going to look at me at your screen, whether you are a fan of the show or not. And you're not going to say to me, well, nothing to worry about now. After all the years of abuse and corruption we've seen, we're just going to sit here and say, oh no, Jeffrey didn't self-delete. Even though way early on they said, yeah, the power went out. The guards were asleep. Interesting enough, they have the surveillance camera now. And apparently there's no elites being blackmailed, because that never happens where the elite don't blackmail each other and play their little Game of Thrones with each other. Are we really going to sit here and just assume and take it as fact? I mean, you know what? Here's the thing. What I am going to state here is my opinion and my opinion alone. But, last weekend I watched the movie The Apprentice. It's about Donald Trump, how he came into power, all that kind of stuff, right? And the thing is, whether the movie is truly based on fact or there's fabrication here and there, one thing is abundantly clear that the movie got right. When Donald Trump wants to go after somebody, he will. He'll bring the full fury of his revenge against you. He'll do that, And listen, I always felt that the legal cases against Donald Trump, especially during the 2024 election cycle, were nothing more than a big waste of time and a distraction. However, seeing how Elon Musk, a billionaire who did make the dumb decision, in my opinion, in giving his money to Trump, you should already know what was going to happen. Trump will use somebody, exploit their friendship with you, and then in turn stab you in the back. Come on. If you weren't paying attention or if you thought you were going to be special, you're gravely mistaken. But I'm glad I'm not the only one who noticed it, because Russell from Due Dissidence, I watched their show yesterday, brought up the fact that, look, Elon is still punching at Donald Trump. Now, whether or not Tesla or SpaceX is going to do anything against Elon Musk, that's yet to be seen. I personally don't think that they're going to kick him off. The board isn't going to kick him off. I don't think that's going to happen. But what I do think is going to happen is that Elon Musk and the Trump war has once again reignited. I also believe, and this is just my opinion, that Trump isn't saying anything because while he may not be on the list hypothetically, he knows some things. Why? Because it's the most prolific trafficker of children in international history, friends with British royalty, friends with the Hollywood echelon elite, friends with U.S. politicians, both Democrat and Republican, and this is just to trigger the diehard Democrat voters and diehard Republican voters. Good friends with Donald Trump and Bill Clinton, which, by the way, Bill Clinton and Donald Trump, good friends with each other. Don't you get it? It's a big club. Now, you could tell a lie for a certain point in time until it falls apart. See, a well-constructed lie can still look good. It's like building a crappy house. Yeah, the house looks good until eventually there's cracks in the foundation. The basement starts flooding. The electrical wiring starts sparking out of control. The roof collapses in. And oh no, the lie collapsed. Tech billionaire Elon Musk trolled President Trump early Monday morning at 3 o'clock in the morning, the devil's hour, with a post knocking the administration for making no arrests related to the Jeffrey Epstein case. Musk, Trump's former ally turned foe, posted an image on the social media platform X. The official Jeffrey Epstein PDF file, arrest counter set to 000. The post came after Axios reported a memo Sunday evening revealing the Justice Department and FBI have concluded there's no evidence that Epstein, a convicted trafficker, blackmailed powerful figures, or kept a client list, as many conspiracy theorists suggest. It's because the evidence has been shredded. And to all those conservative influencers who were there at the White House, still jumping up for joy, how many people are going to be twisting themselves defending the administration here now? All right? Like, seriously, if you are a diehard Trump supporter, here's the one thing I had hope for. But every time I have hope, I'm always disappointed. Very, 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 very disappointed. I wanted the list to be revealed, okay, in my opinion. And if you're a Trump supporter, you need to be furious at this administration because this is happening under Trump's watch, okay? This is his FBI, his Department of Justice. Where is the absolute outrage? Because this is going to be bigger than, and dare I say it, maybe this will be a full-on fissure, a collapse, or maybe a dissolvement of MAGA. Because this was a big issue, and a lot of people across the political spectrum want to know who's on that list, that client list, okay? I say this as a leftist. I want to know what's on that list. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people in my audience that want to know who these scumbag people are. Now, I don't want to say for everyone to assume that everyone in a position of power is a bad guy or gal. But do y'all remember? Do you remember when O'Keefe, remember? James O'Keefe, he released that video of ABC News. The cameras weren't live, but they were rolling. Now, I can't play it because we will get hit with copyright strikes. So you guys have to do your research and dig for it. Find it. Find it and save it. But where ABC News was saying, oh my goodness, they had everything. They had a whole story set up about Jeffrey E. But then ABC Elite, the bosses, gave ABC News a phone call. Remember, ABC News is owned by Disney. And they were going to lose the opportunity to talk to Will and Kate, the royal family, because a member of the royal family was good friends with Jeffrey E. Oh, no! And that whole story died on the vine. Whatever happened there? Whatever happened there? If you got the Sopranos reference, I love you. Where's the rage? Where's the anger? How many people are going to be speaking out about this? Because this is bigger than Elon Musk feuding with Donald Trump. This is Donald Trump and his administration trying to tell everybody now, well, yeah, it's all over. Don't worry about it. It's all okay. Stop worrying about it. Just want to pull this up here again because, we talked about this. What? A whole thread of what? These are previous videos that we did. We posted the link in our Rumble and in our YouTube chat. Go ahead, revisit them. Tweet them out. Share them out on social media. Because the government wants to think that you're stupid. They believe that so long as you just remain quiet, you're not going to say a single damn thing. We know this is wrong. So you know what? I'm going to have democracy in the chat. I'm going to have democracy in the chat. I'm going to have democracy in the chat because it's important for us to have democracy in the chat. Why not? Hey, everybody, you can even vote in it too, right? Why not? Because you have a right. Do you believe the DOJ and FBI on what they said about Jeffrey E? Yes or no? Let's see who will win. Type 1 for yes. Type 2 for no. I'll have you decide. Hard Lens Media, the last place where democracy lives. I'll have you decide. Go on, folks. Go on, folks. No such thing as a wrong answer, but the correct answer is no. Just throwing it out there. And don't forget to subscribe, too.